Welcome to Shom Achshav on the Daf. She responds to Lui Nishma Sam Yaakov Shalom Le'Abbas Yitzchok. We're holding in Avoda Zara Daf Samech Gimel. The Gemara in the Edom base discusses if someone is hired to break a yain nesach. So he's hired not to keep the yain nesach, but to break it. But until he breaks the yain nesach, he wants the barrels to stay intact, because if the barrels will break, he won't be paid for his services. So he's roitze b'kiyumoy. But on the other hand, he's coming tiflos, coming to remove the yain nesach. So can he take money for that or not? And the Gemara concludes, Yishbor v'tova la'bracha, he could take money for that purpose of breaking the barrels. So two beautiful ha'aras that are based on this Gemara. One is the Chassav Sofer in Pashas Vayero says the following. It says in the pasuk that when Avraham Avinu greeted the three malachim that he thought they were Ishmaelim, he says, water will be taken to wash the feet of the malachim, but it doesn't say that he took the water. He asked somebody else, a shliach, to bring in the water. The Gemara Mitzian that Pivov Bey says, because he did al dei shliach, so also when HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave water to Am Yisrael, he didn't do it directly, he did al dei shliach, Moshe Rabbeinu gave the water. So ask the Chassav Sofer, why didn't Avraham Avinu give the water to the malachim directly? Why did he do it with a shliach? So says the Chassav Sofer that Avraham Avinu understood like the Hava min Evar Gemara, that when Yisrael wants some of a dessert to remain, even though he's removing it, but until he removes it, he wants it to remain, so it's a problem, Shiroi Tzibik Yumah. Now here, Avraham Avinu wanted to wash the feet of the malachim, of his guest. He thought they're Ishmaelim, Hamishtachavim lo for reglaim. This sand that they have on their feet is Avoda Zara. So even though he's coming to remove the sand, to remove the dirt that they have, but because he wants it to be there until he will remove it, so it's roitze b'kiyumoy. So therefore he didn't want to do it himself. But he did it al dei shliach. While the shliach is better, so explains the Chassav Sofer, because ain't shliach v'avero so the shliach is not connected to Avram, and the shliach is not really interested in washing the legs of the Arvim. All he wants to do is what Avram told him. And if the legs of the Arabs will be cleaned on their own, so then he'll be fine. He's not interested in doing it himself. It's not like Avraham Avinu wants to make sure that he will service his guests by taking away the sand. So that's why Avraham Avinu sent the shliach and didn't do it himself. But says the Chassav Sofer, it was a mistake of Avraham Avinu, because the maskana of the Gemara is lemuti tifla shari, to remove something which is bad. It's okay, even though you want it to be there until he removes it. And maybe Avraham Avinu could have taken it out. So continues the Chassav Sofer and says the same mistake that Avraham Avinu made, also Lot made. That's why Lot doesn't say he brought water to the malachim. Now, why didn't he do al dei shliach like Avraham Avinu? Because he says a side that by benoyach, by a guy, there is shliach v'averu. So the same Lot himself can't give water to the malachim, he can't have a shliach to it. And it concludes the Chassav Sofer that the Gemara that tells us that the malachim told Avraham, you were choshed us to be our ravim. We're Arabs, we're Ishmaelim. You choshed us. How do you know you choshed that he was Arvim? He says because the water he didn't want to do himself. That itself showed that he thought they were Arvim and therefore he didn't want to do the water himself. A gewaltige cheshbon of the Chassav Sofer based on our Gemara. A similar concept is brought down in the Sefer called Likutei Moharam. Not Moharan with a nun, but Moharam with a mem. It's from Meir Hadarshan, a Sefer that was printed about 300 years ago. And he writes, it's brought down in the Medrash, we mentioned it just a few shurim ago, that when Am Yisrael left Mitzrayim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu told him to go lifnei Baal Tzafoin, in front of the Avoda Zara called Baal Tzafoin. Why is that so? Because Yosef HaTzadik buried all the treasures of Mitzrayim under Baal Tzafoin. So that's the kiyum of V'achechem Yetzu B'rechush Goda. So says the Likutei Moharam, so right now, what's the idea of coming in front of Baal Tzafoin? That now power is going to think that Nevuchim in Ba'aretz, that they're stuck in front of the Avoda Zara, and he's going to run and chase after Am Yisrael. So as long as Baal Tzafoin is intact, that will cause power to run after them. So Am Yisrael wants Baal Tzafoin to stay there until power comes, and then not only power will be destroyed, but also Baal Tzafoin will be destroyed, and Am Yisrael will take the treasures which below Baal Tzafoin. So says Likutei Moharam, it's exactly like our Gemara. They want the Baal Tzafoin to stay intact in order for it to be broken once Para comes there. So it's right to be kiyumoi. But because the limuti tifla is in order to come and break the Baal Tzafon and destroy the Baal Tzafon eventually, so that's not the davar which is mutter. He says that's the pshat in the psukim. It says v'yashuvu livnei Baal Tzafon v'chizak is lepara v'dov acharei. Hi, what about right to be kiyumoi? V'chabdo v'paroi v'yodu ki ani Hashem. They'll be covered, Kvot Shamayim coming out of this, because there'll be a destruction of the desert to show that there's no power against the Kodesh Baruch Hu. So that's Meuti Tifla, which is mutter. So our whole Gemara is embedded in the Psukim, they're referring to Baal Tzafon. Anyone who wants to join the Shom HaMachshava email list, so what's to go, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.